what's up? So I didn't get on yesterday. Yeah, did I get on the day before yesterday? But I know I didn't get on yesterday. And I was gonna do a double video today, but I was like, you know what? I skipped it. I'm not even gonna worry about it because I don't want to stress myself trying to hop back on tonight. But yeah, so I'm supposed to be kicking off. I'm not in the mood to talk about those other three planets, but I think let me just go ahead and get it out the way with, because that way it's over and done with.
When you're a Sirius XM subscriber, you've got access to commercial-free music channels from.
All right. So Venus and Mercury are the planets of communication. So now that we're pretty much off the ground and we're traveling on a higher frequency, Venus and Venus and Mercury would be like the things on your face. It would be like the things that you are analyzing, like in your brain, the things that you're seeing, the things that you're hearing, the things that you're saying. It also represents like water, and it's pretty much the same color, but one vibrates higher than the other one. So if I'm speaking, the higher vibration would probably be the hearing. So that's what Mercury is, like communication. So pretty much the disconnect from Earth is when you disconnect from like 3D information, and you can basically like you can kind of like branch off a little and be more in a magical world when you like let go of with the thing that's holding you down, like the mentality. And it's usually just like unclear thoughts, chaos and clutter in the mind that doesn't allow us to really hear ourselves in order to like kind of to elevate. So when you can hear yourself and you kind of got the little false mind out the way, the body and everything else knows exactly what to do. Past, what we can see is actually Uranus. It's purple. We can't see that because we're under a cap. Pretty much because I guess it's just like all the lies and everything. But it's like a right past everything is a big projector, and it's pretty much like people with their third eye open. All their thoughts go past the sky and into the purple projector, and then them thoughts and stuff come back down through the sun. So it's all like a cycle. So I like purple because it's not only at the top, but it also it's the closest you're going to get to your imagination, and it just has to somehow be able to, you can experience your imagination if it can filter through the sun, and then you'll probably experience something as close to it as possible. So that's not like how I really wanted to come off about that stuff, but I did experience something where I kind of took off, and I'm not really on a lower vibration anymore. I'm not really clinging on to lower frequencies, lower thoughts, lower behaviors. So my interest in information right now is not as interesting, and it's not as desirable, because the further away you get away from Earth, the less words can describe, and it's more so like a feeling. So definitely looking for feelings at this point, which would be like, Uranus is the thing that you pretty much know and the things that you feel. Venus is the sky blue, and that is the things that you may say. And then again, Mercury is the dark blue, which are the things that you would communicate from point A to point B. So it's two, but it's one. So because you can say something and then you don't necessarily mean you heard what the next person said. So with that concept and that too, is a lot of room for mistakes, a lot of room for separation, a lot of room for confusion. So But yeah, so if the Bible talks about seers, and the reason why there's a lot of people who can see into the purple realm is because their Venus and Mercury is pretty much underwater, and they don't have a reality. And so that would pretty much, I believe, is something like considered like the White House, because if white is like a void kind of color, and we're on the surface of the earth, those people, the earth will be their White House, and the purple rim would just be what they feel and what's being projected into their reality that they have no control over. So I'm also learning, like, just learning, when you learn about people that's a mystery, they are more intriguing. You're more curious, you might stay around longer, but pretty much when you find out what something is, especially when it tries so hard to hide itself, when you finally figure out what it is, it's one of those things like busting a nut. You're just really not as interested anymore about it. It's like, oh, when you learn a trick, it's like, oh, okay, that's how you do it, and then the trick is no longer it's just no longer important. And I think that's the part that people get scared of, is when they notice, when you realize, like, the truth or the reality, they're no longer important. And so and so that's that. So a lot of people thrive off of negativity, and I don't know who's gonna be next in that that web, like, type of thing that was going on. But I don't know, I'm just looking forward to new times, but like old feelings in a way, new connections, and just keep striving for what are the things that I want to do with my life, and pretty much just living one day at a time, just trying to live in the moment one day at a time, and taking care of myself and taking care of all of my responsibilities. And so yeah, this video was done so that I can make sure that I'm still staying on task. I'm also doing things that I'm not talking about, but I feel overall it was a good experience, and it's one that I don't want to ever put down. I do value what I've learned from this and what I've gained. So it's an awesome tool, one of the best that you will ever learn about in your life, and it's all in your hands. So alright, that's all I got to say for today. I will be back on this tomorrow. Bye.